How you doing? This is Don Kingdom592, and what the hell? All right, as I said in the previous video, I set my stuff up on decks on my S10 Plus, and then I did an update to patch 6.7.0, and this is what I got. Okay, so I did some quick asking around, and this happened during the beta. Apparently, they didn't fix it. So why have a beta if you don't fix the problem that you find? Oh, yeah. This is fun plus. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick swap around here, guys. And I don't know what the hell this thing does after I disconnect like this. And say start now. And boom. What I'm doing is I'm switching phones. And I'm not going to let you see that. My gosh. All right. Get out of there. And let's go to start. Of course somebody's calling me. Right. It's one of the reasons I switched off my normal phone is like, everybody's like, man, you never answer your phone. I'm like, well, that's not new. But I don't want to answer my phone. Phone sucks. I got my new mouse. Look at this thing. This was, it was 20 bucks more than I'm used to paying for one of these, but I got the MX Logitech. And I said, oh, it's 20 bucks more because it feels good. No, because it's full Bluetooth, and I can control 2 computers at a time, literally dragging information from one screen to the next with the mouse. Not that I would ever do that, but I can do it now. I have the power. All right. So let's look around in 6.7.0. So look, if you got that dark screen, you're going to have to delete it, reload it, guys. There's no other alternative right now. I don't know how to I waited an hour to see if the graphics caught up. I rebooted my thing. I cleared my cache. Always clear your cache. None of that worked. I had to so I loaded it up on the other phone to see what's going on there. And then I just haven't reloaded it onto the Samsung 10 because I don't want to sit through the infinitely long startup video. Oh my God. Have an exit button. Shit. How hard is that? My gosh. Okay, but we got some stuff in here. So we got the meat shield, and yes, we saw the King shout out last night, and we got Todd on the YouTube going, your RD shield sucks, because you're too stupid to listen, Todd. I hope they're not putting you in charge of anything over there. I hope they just made you king for the simple reason, well, it's your turn, no one else wants the job, because RD is not the shield. It's 1/4 of the shield, does 5 to 10% of the damage, as said in the video, Todd. Just so you know, I said it. The fact that you don't pay attention, you don't listen, or you assume you know, when you're coming to someone else for guidance, that you think you know something, so you're just going to ignore the guidance that you get. You know what, Todd? I've got at least 100 people who are going, man, this is working awesome again. Thank you. But I got Todd over there in Kingdom shouts, I know all and I don't, and you don't know shit. Then Todd, what's the fucking solution? If you know I'm wrong, then you know what's right. So is doing nothing the solution, Todd? Here's the problem, Todd. Stick one thumb in your mouth, one thumb up your ass, rotate them every 5 minutes. You're going to be complaining about shit all day long. I promise you. Stop doing nothing, Todd. Okay, so look. the shield meat was, as you know, I'm updating the website. The shield meat, I only got the artillery one done because we used to ignore the artillery. Everybody else knows there's another calculator in there called the meat shield. That was still on the website, but it's in the silver member. So Todd must be a free member. The Todd wants to play it at an epic level and be the king of a kingdom, but can't afford $2. The can't listen and pay attention. We're gonna have all the meat shield on the free side. I'm heading there, but that's grunt work. It takes 8 to 10 hours. I've got to put all the base stats in. We've got all the base stats in, and now I'm actually changing the software that we talk to the base stats. So there's been a little delay. I looked at what I built and decided I could do it better. So I'm changing it to do better, unlike some companies who've got nothing but black graphics on my phone that I want to use. Okay, so we're in here and we're in the artillery. Looky up here, guys. Continuous training. Remember how I beat these people up for not having, we'll see how this works. Right now we don't know how this works. So just as a primer, I hope we understand what I say when I say primer. I'm mechanical in nature. I got, do engineering and stuff. So priming the pump. Okay. A pump will not pump water if it has air in it, because the air is less resistance than the water. It needs water to drag water. Okay. So we pour water into a pump, get water around the blades, and enough water that it starts pulling water through the pipe. So we prime the pipe. So continuous is a pipe line of training, right? So on my artillery, we're going to prime the pump here by just do 50,000, just to get it started of everything. And I'm going to explain this right now for the Todds of the world who know it all. It just sucks. A tier is a tier is a tier, Todd. Todd, you're my new bitch on fucking YouTube, just so you know. Todd the bitch. Might as well just rename yourself that in game so that everybody knows who you are, famous Todd. King Todd the YouTube bitch. Okay, so we got our tiers. Is a tier. Okay. See, I got 50,000 of my distance in there. I have a distance calculator up there. Now, I can't actually train anything in there because I'm upgrading my to my C41 because I want to go to C42 and I need my barracks for that. Okay, but I got my tier 1s from my musketeers, right? And and I got my tier 1s for my cavalry. I got a little over 50,000 of each. All right, so I'm just showing you that one tier. We're talking about, for a shield, blending last year and also, and I had somebody mention in the comments, like, what's the new kingdom have to do with the old kingdom? And I got off track on that last video, guys. I'm sorry. It happens. What we used to do last year and what we do this year are not the same thing. And K592 is now getting to be an old kingdom. All right. We're getting to be the old guys. We still don't have the power that kingdoms built a couple months before us have, because we're part of the next generation of how kingdoms are built. They're so slow. So we had the little wars that y'all saw on TV and stuff, and this is where we're talking about the new kingdom versus old kingdoms in the patch. Let's look at the patch notes while I'm talking about this. So the new kingdoms versus the old kingdom. Wow, epically slow. Okay, so We had a whole bunch of stuff. We had the regular trolling grief. That was just slow delivery on their part. So many people downloading graphics. I imagine their servers are maxed. I'm not bitching about that, guys. The update days always suck. All right, so Old Kingdoms versus New Kingdoms. We had the little war where we're dealing with the trolls who just went to New Kingdoms and trolled new players, and that's what their entertainment was. You, as a player who was paying Fun Plus to play the game, thinking you're going to play with other people who pay to play, meaning you're going to be around other people who are serious about playing. That's why you pay to play. Why would you pay to play? There's a free player statement ever. Honestly, to get away from free players. That's why you pay to play. Free players treat other players as if they're part of the game and are the entertainment value. You know, they don't care what they're screwing up. You know, is this yours? You know, that little, they're literally bullied in their life. They get this virtual reality and they get to break your world and it entertains them. They're emotionally retarded people. And I'm not talking about the waterhead retarded here. I'm saying retarded with the definition, meaning they're slower on the uptake for society because they're not part of society anymore. They're part of this digital world. We had a big discussion about this the other night. And then I sat back and I thought about it, and I thought about the difference between my generation and this generation. You know, I go in and I tell stories, and the people are pretty, you know, the YouTubers get a little entertained by the storytelling. But then the people that I'm around all the time, like, we're tired of hearing the same story over and over and over again. And I thought, you know, it used to be that the person involved in the story didn't tell the story. Nowadays, we use this, right? This is the storyteller. You know what the storytellers used to be just, 30 years ago? My friend, we didn't have this. A new person joins the group, the social herd, and the friends turn around and told all the funny shit that he did that was embarrassing, and we couldn't believe he did that crap, but they're still talking about it 30 years later. Can't shut up about it. So that's a major societal shift with this digital interface. Let me tell you a story about Bob, that kind of thing. I don't hang out with Bob no more. I talk with Bob online. I have no clue what Bob did all day if he didn't post it on Facebook, YouTube, or some other place. And even then, I'm going to get the context from whoever was holding this. And it may not have been one of Bob's friends. Bob trips and falls. Oh, cut, edit. Bob's the biggest dumbass on the planet, can't walk. What did we cut out? Bob trips and falls, catches baby. This is, the who's telling the story is very, very important. And this isn't the whole story. You can't hear emotion. There's something there. It's something that, honestly, over the next 15, 20 years, we better be thinking about the fact that this isn't a friend. And I'm gonna put one more first, because I got a lot of women who watch who've had kids. Mommy. And you look at this and you say, just a second, this is more important. They're learning that lesson. You cannot say just a second while you're looking at this device. This becomes more important, not than your child. This becomes more important than any relationship. And mother-child relationship being one of the most important. Don't just a second with this device in your hand. It's dangerous and has a long-term effect on there. You want your child to grow up and be productive. Don't just take this thing away from them, keep them off of it, or any of that other garbage that everybody's telling you on the news. Don't look at it yourself and tell them in your social circle, this is more important. All right. That's my freaking thing. So let's look at these notes. You've been looking at these notes. Optimize the uses of gemstones and crests. They love that word optimize, don't they? Optimize the operation of training and upgrading troops. We're going to go look at the gems here in a second. Optimize the king's loudspeaker. What does that mean? I hope it means I don't ever have to see it again, to be honest. Honestly, guys, they have been playing chicken shit games in Kingdom 592 where I got a guy with 8,000 top stats up against me the other day where my bubble only lasted 22 hours. You know, my bubble drops and an 8,000 stat guys appears next to me and zeros my T4s. Woohoo! You're brilliant too. It was more of a show of we're still here. You know, we're still trying to screw with you. And the loudspeaker is why. They think that if I get that loudspeaker, that I'm going to control the movement of the game. I'm already controlling the movement of the game. You want to know why? We have optimized training and upgrading of troops. I've been bitching about this. Well, the first time I bitched about it, they brought in the upgrades, right? You know, here, plus 5,000s. The plus 20,000s. And they sold them to us. They started offering those as rewards. Offering those as rewards, that was okay. I actually don't have a problem with that. The minute you tried to sell those, that was a scumbag move. Not that I believe you're an evil company just all about the money. I believe that you missed the point of those. The point was your game was broken in how people interface the game. That was a fix, and you wanted to sell us the fix. So I had a problem with that. I had a problem with in the reason you thought it was a good idea to sell them. Okay, so optimize the Alliance help operation. I do want to look at that. For more optimization details, please refer to the article in the News Center. Okay, we'll actually do that this time. They are trying to make sure no one but them talks to you. All right, they're working on it. It's not going to work, but let the communists think they got control, right? They venture deep into the Darklands. 10 things you need to know about entering the Darklands. I am in the News Center, right? Upgrade and training, I don't need. Alliance features, more details. Joining Alliance. Oh. They referred to an article from 2019 on how to join an alliance. Okay, epic failure there. Go see our awesome work in the News Center that we didn't do. Okay, so let's fumble through this. Let GunMuse do your job for you, because I'm not going to be so nice about it now. Guys, I ran articles and magazines for a long time. I came from the perspective that I will review what you built based on what you told people it did. They told people, we telling you how it's going to work, boss. And that's not true. So, Alliance button. I don't see anything different there. I'm over in the Russians Alliance today. Yeah. Why not? I'm actually seeing some Alliance teamwork problems. That's holding them back a little bit. One of the first things is like, oh, you're too far away for us to join the Red Guards. You don't have to send a full march. Guys, spread out. Get the 42s. Like, oh, hey, I got some 42s over in my area. Send the cav only. You can get halfway across this. You know, if you're up here in your talent points and you are deep into the balance tree, you've got all the speed from the threat hunters, all the stamina recovery, right? That makes it like 400 stamina per day. And set up a cav only 50, 60,000 cav to join somebody else's march locally. The you'll make it all the way across the map without using a single speed up. Okay, they give you 5 minutes. Use the 5 minutes. All right. That allows you to join more. We'll just show that. Look, he started it. Tap to join. Now, see, I can make it there in 1:36. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and drag my artillery. That way I don't lose as many troops. But if you got stuff in your sanctuary, losing troops on threats is a good thing. A little bit of food. Those epically passed out healing timers. You go in here. Heal. Right? Help. Got 17,000 of those things. But I got holy water. Right? It's a balance. There's a circle. There's a three ring jerk off going on in almost everything in this thing. They do not concept the 2-click. For people trying to take over the world via the internet, they do not understand that the second click has a 91% loss rate. It's why I'm so unhappy with Rogers Raiders, my menu system. Because their system is so complicated, my system has to be somewhat complicated, and I hate it. It's been driving me nuts. I've been angry and frustrated doing things that I don't want to do because I know users don't like them. I'm in the business of making it easy for you guys. That's the point. You know, I'm not in the business of making it and fixing 𝗙𝘂𝗪𝙣's problem. My thing is helping you. I do want to, if you guys watch this far into the video, man, I figured out this week how to make a to-do list for you so that you know what to do next on your account. I got a bunch more foundations. That was the beauty of me swapping the software only 1 month after I swapped the software, is I went, this ain't going to do what I want to do in the future. So fix it now. And that's why I fixed it now, right? Okay. You know, I turned off, I think I turned on 3D settings. I did not. Environmental music, sound effects is off. Map tap. I don't. Guys, you might want to go check that on a regular basis, because I think in 2 videos now I've showed you how to turn off that map tap. Okay, that means that I will be clicking on the building, not the march. Okay, that's important if you're going to be a tower leader. With this new patch, they brought out new curiosities. And of course, we got a Time Lord event. They didn't even put that in the notes, did they? And you didn't even tell. You're so terrible about telling people about your own stuff. All right, so patch 6.7, blah, 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 blah. Optimize the usage of gemstones and crests. We got to go look at that still. Okay. The event will open soon, so stay tuned. The Valkyrie Curiosity will be available. Man, if the Darklands looks like that first screen that I showed you, I'm not playing it. No way. That's they've got to understand, you know, it's not even with these on. It doesn't matter if these are on. I had to remember where buttons were. Because it was so damn dark. That's not gonna. I don't want a dim screen. So let me put this out in these patch notes right now. You better have a normal view option built in there, because you want to start pissing people off again. Make it so hard. So man, they're on this, guys. This is small and tiny. Me, you, the Fun Plus guys. Are sitting here with 40-inch monitors in front of us. Okay? I couldn't see it on the 40-inch monitor. This really sucks. And if you got to turn up the brightness a whole bunch on this, your battery dies real fast. Are you even thinking about how much you're going to screw up these people's battery life? Oh, can't play 𝗙𝘂𝗪𝙣. It sucks down my battery. That's what you're doing. You're giving them a new excuse to quit when they already don't like you. You're just giving them another excuse. Yeah, I can't play that game. It sucks down my battery. Woo-hoo. Better start thinking ahead. You know what? You geniuses better start asking me to think ahead for you. I will save you more money every time one of your guys talks and I say, nope, you're not going to do that. I will save you millions. Pay me, bitches. The round I got to get paid. He's going to demand it. I went 𝗂𝗂𝙂𝙪𝙾𝙂, not Oriental. Optimize the operation training, upgrade troops. Okay, we went through the optimization. I don't even know how that's working. So it's on continuous training there. Tell you what, let me go in here. I got some lowers and stuff that I got to do. Oh, you know what? Let's do some testing real quickly. What if I wanted to upgrade stuff? I really am looking forward to continuous training, guys. I really am. And I'll bet you I'm about to break it anyway. But let's try it. So I'm going to upgrade 39 minutes, right? So what does a speed up do now? Okay. So continuous training is not continuous training because it did not automatically do the next step. So when we use the word continuous, we expect it to continue. Okay, so let's look at, let me get that out of there. And let's go back. Let's go here. Continuous training. Let's put some in there. And if I go in and say use. What if I got out of it? Yeah, continuous training is a click issue, not. Maybe you guys seen something different. You know what? I will just I'll just turn that on. I'll let it go. I'll get back to you on that one. Okay. Let's look at the gyms. Gyms. You know what? Let's go through their interface. Gemstone Armory. All right, I didn't have to actually select something to get to the dismantle button. Normally I would have, well, wait a minute, that was selected. All right, so dismantle. Yeah, see, if I'm on the wrong thing, I got to do double clicks to get to the dismantle area still. That's not fixed. So I don't know. See, this is why you got to put details. You say you optimize the gym area. I'm not sure what it is I'm supposed to be looking for. So when you don't explain at least enough detail that somebody who knows what the screens look like knows what's different, shit, I didn't see it. Okay, so continuous training does not work like we think it would work. In other words, when a batch is done, it adds it to our inventory and just starts another batch. I can tell you right now, we want this feature. We want this feature as I just described it, continuous, whether it be upgrade and on the upgrade side and the troop training side. And the fix is stop stealing the food. That's outdated. I got the concept. It was the way you were going to sell more resources was somebody's going to walk away from their phone, put it in their pocket, their food was going to burn up. But the reality wound up being that you know, we only had 100,000 troop marches back then. I mean, even with I'm running like not even running T12s. So, and I'm at 1.7 million an hour with low B troops at this point. You know, I think I'm normally somewhere around like 9 million an hour with my normal build out. So I can't just open up food and leave it open so that the continuous troop things work. So I would suggest take that tick away. I don't think it's been more beneficial to your black market than it's been to you. All right. So let's learn from this and don't make two fixes a third problem. All right. 1 and 1 makes 3. You got 2 fixes in here and you're making a bastard baby if you don't make the other fixes go away. All right. So what else? Ooh, I turned them on. Man, this new mouse speed, I love it. All right. I'm going to have to get my brain a little used to this new speed or turn it back down to as fast as my other mouse would go. But I'm really appreciating the fact that my click button works. I had to replace my mouse because my left click, I wore my left click out. And so it was dropping everything. So while I was writing code, sometimes I have to copy, paste, and move numbers around. Oh, I was dropping it 3-4 times. It was just endless frustrations. And poor quality stuff. Sometimes your hardware wears out. Can't tell you the number of people who come into TeamSpeak. About half had crappy Bluetooth headsets for their phones. And then as soon as they went out and bought a new one, boom, crystal clear. Like, I didn't even know my headset was bad. Your friends didn't want to tell you sounded like shit. But we're not your friends on TeamSpeak, so we'll happily tell you sound like shit. You need to go get a new headset. So, you know, sometimes it's good not to have friends. Have a little honesty. That way your friends go, my God, you sound great today. And you know they mean it. Okay, so Alliance. The number of rallies these guys do not do is amazing. We're going to have to fix some of that. All right, so we have a language issue with the Russians. I'm hoping to get Dasha Ruby, if you're watching. Dasha Ruby runs her own channel. She's the American liaison for Huawei. She's also the interface for EA Sports. And while she's the American interface for Huawei, she's Russian. And she does lots of Counter-Strike stuff. You know, you can search up Dasha Ruby. If you find a little blonde girl, that's her. But she's gonna be. She sounds vicious because she's always yelling at her players in Russian. Whatever. It's. I think it's cool. It's fun to watch. She could be saying, "Oh God, you did a great job," and it sounds like, "You sorry bastards, move left." All right, so it's such a rough language. All right, we got this little thing back. Man, I got comments on this that I need to pass along. That, look, this once again became like the perspective problem, and you addressed it once upon a time, and you didn't. Who in the F is going to go get 3 million gold and top-ups? All right. You know what? I'll just pull this other one up. Where's my little rep, guys? All right. Can you think of any model for every VIP player spending 1,000 euros? You convert, you get So they're trying to pay me $100 to get you guys to spend $1,000, right? That's not what I do. You cannot look at what I spend and ignore what I tell you not to spend. I spend the money so that I know if it's a good idea or not. It's never a good idea to be the first spending money, but I have to do it in order for video. That's a business expense. If I was just playing, I'd be on the 3-month rotation like I tell you guys to be, all right? And I'm actually on that 3-month rotation now. If you guys know, I've got a budget. I went down to a nice little $600-700 budget, which that's within my means, you know. And so like my COAs, I got 3 of the 𝗓𝘂s. I actually have another 𝗓𝘂 to attach, but I'm waiting for an event, right? So what's funny there is, I think, yeah, is that an 𝗓𝘂? No, that's a Thunderbolt. Man, they look so similar when they get to look at certain things. So I got 2 of the 4 for my cavalry. So I do need the R8s, and I'm only 11 scripts away. I just been, you know, I get them when I'm getting other stuff, and that's the bonus. And I'm not in any hurry. The only ones that I did a hurry on, I did a hurry on the infantry. I spent a little bit of, I spent some of my budget to get my infantry up. One, because I'm doing infantry marches for the website, and I wanted to be a little even, because a tier is a tier is a tier, guys. So if I got a weak leg in that tier, i.e. cavalry is a weak leg in that tier, we're going to have to adjust your march for that weak leg. That's why it's important to change the way we do the calculators. Is in order, before I assumed all your stuff was even, under assumption. All things given equal, I hit the middle of the market. The new calculators are going to be customized a little more towards you. If you're like me and your cavalry is weak, then we're gonna guide you towards a distance infantry march that slaughters people. But if you're unlike me and you got a lot more cavalry, we're going to guide you towards a cavalry infantry blend that helps you slaughter people. All right. So if you haven't joined the silver membership, we appreciate if you do it. I'm really, really close. I could have had I actually could have had a calculator up 2 weeks ago. But like I said, I looked at what I did, and then I looked at how, if I was an outside company, would I break this? And then I also got into the thought process of, I want to be able to adjust a little more dynamically when new loot drops. Like we said, the new loot dropped for this stuff, right? Look at the number difference here. All right, from 630 to 1100. That's a 500-point jump. And these are not basics on the R7s. So there's $1 per stat gain in the Curiosity right now. All right. And you're either got the dollars to spend it, and some people do. So you're already going to see some guys who are going to jump up these monster stats. Guys, please don't get scared of these monster stats. It's one side of one half of a calculation. All right. That's one of the reasons we have to build the calculator the way we do, is I'm going to put some what ifs up in front of you at some point. Okay. What if a guy is 15% higher stats than you? And I'm going to give you a law of averages of what you're going to actually lose while you win. All right. That's lots of math down the road. Do not expect that anytime soon. I'm already having to take like 4 and 5 day breaks between some of this coding. So don't get me committed to that just yet. But I'm the type of person that once I say something, it's going to happen. You guys should know that by now. I It's even the people who hate me in the kingdom is like, oh, why are you doing this? He told you he was going to do it. You didn't listen, and suddenly he's doing exactly what he said he was going to do. I don't blend well with this generation, right? They don't understand that somebody saying they're going to do something means they're going to do it. No. We're supposed to lie, bullshit, and bluff. No work involved, right? Yeah, they think this is a sitcom episode. Oh, we ran out of X, and we got more customers standing outside. Oh, well, put Y in there. They'll never know the difference. Well, that's called fraud, brother. You out. That's all there is to it. I don't know. Every sitcom's got that solution. Let's ignore the fact that you're committing fraud. Kids learn from sitcoms, right? Oh my gosh. I don't see anything else in here. I'm going to label this one a patch video. There's some stuff in here. I don't know why the gym thing. Just don't see it. All right. So, hold on. If I don't do this on film, some people go nuts. All right, you guys don't need to see my freaking things. Infinitely large numbers of players on that level waiting for me to swap my gear. It's just amazing to me. Yeah. Look, all I got to do is hit click. Oh, I'm already in there. That was from earlier. That's just one of those little chicken shit things they're doing every day now. They go hunt for me in the spirit mines. Like they hunt. They're downloading the information just to be an ass. All I got to say is rubber stamp verification. I'm on the right path. If I'm bothering Funds of Plus this much, you guys should know. Hey, come with me. This is we can change the game. The game is changing. Look, they put in what I asked for, but they still don't understand why. It's a phone game. You walk away from it. You can't be bothered to log in every 2 hours to build up T1s after a fight. You can't let the building sit idle simply because you desire somebody to log in and spend $250 to build a top tier march only. That was a dumb desire. You fucked up. All right? You got a fix on top of a fix in here, and you need to fix the fix. Like I said, 1 + 1 = 3. It's a bastard baby. Always a two-fix problem. When you don't go back and say, look, what we did, you don't acknowledge that we changed something before. Now we're changing something today, and he's unhappy today. We could never make him happy. I'm like, you didn't go back to the original and say, well, we changed it, and that didn't work, so let's build off a base. People need to build troops. Why do they need to build troops? Well, they need to be able to defend themselves. Little bitty free trolls are running around hitting players all day long with almost no stats on them when they let their bubbles drop. When some of the guys who will spend $45 a week, and let me go right after Fun Plus talking through Huawei about $1,000 a month player. Okay, hold on. Make sure there's some contrast there. You know, who the fuck gives a shit about the $1,000 a month players? I'm a $1,000 a month player. You don't give a shit about me. So you want to tell me, you want to ask me, what can we do to get you to convert 1,000 a month players? How about you stop stealing from me? That would be my first thing, because I'm not going to turn around and tell another $1,000 a month players, oh yeah, come on over, they're paying me money. Fuck the money. Right? You see them offer me money. All right? All I've got to do is sign your name down on a digital form somewhere, and you're doing that anyway, and they'll pay me money if you spend $1,000. There doesn't even have to be a correlation between whether you're going to spend it with me or not. If you're going to spend it or not, because of me. I am throwing money away on principle. Okay, the principle being that the person who spends $40 a week for entertainment in their hand is more important of a customer than the person who spends $1,000 a month. That's all there is to it. That's my business model versus your business model. I want the $40 a week player. They're valuable. They're playing every week. They're entertained. They're invested. The free player is not invested. Look, I don't mind free players, but there's the free trolls whose entire life rolls around blowing other people's money up. The person who spends $45 a week cannot be protected from somebody who's just entertained by destroying their money. That's not a game no more. That's trying to cripple the U.S. economy via video game. And the talk of duplicating failure, guys, you need to stop. I don't know who your business manager is, but he's not right. I guarantee you he's got a college degree. He's reading from some textbook. Well, and when I was in business school, they taught us to ask questions this way. I've seen your questionnaire forms. I already know that the person writing it had a business degree. Okay? From the minute I read the question, I knew he had a business degree. And now I know how to kick his ass. That's why you're getting your ass kicked. It's not hard. It's called experience. I've been doing this for 30 years. Not the game thing. But this isn't my first business rodeo. Damn sure not my first venture into China. I've been fighting you guys since the Starline days in the 1990s. You didn't win then either. So, all right. That's the end of my rant. That's for the people who want to see me ranting on. About 30% of you, man. I'm surprised. I appreciate it. Look, guys. One of my heroes, Rush Limbaugh, died. And I kept telling everybody no on doing a podcast on politics because I do keep apprised. I do have friends in the State House, the White House, Congress, Senate. Rush never picked up the phone to any of the friends he had. I can tell you that for a fact. Rush never had inside information. And I'll also tell you why he never used that ability that he had. It's always bogus. If you stick to the ideology of why someone is making a plan, you know what you know where they're heading with. I do that in this game. All right. I understand their ideology. It's not profit. If their goal was profit, these would be stupidly easy fixes. So when you run around and says they're all about the money, they're not all about the money. They're about the ideology. The reason I'm ahead of them at every turn is because they are still operating on ideology. It's the reason I bring politics into this is because I don't need to be in their boardroom to know what they said. All I got to do is look at what they did next, and then I know what they said and what they did next, and all I got to do is follow out the steps for the next 5 steps that would have followed that conclusion line. And then it's like I'm reading the future. Only it's just an ideology path. That's all it is. It's not magic, anything else. It's almost mathematical in its predictions. So we're building up new systems. These systems are important in many areas of stuff that I'm going to be doing down the road. I appreciate you guys coming in there. For those who don't know, I did add a credit card payment system in there because people were asking for something other than PayPal. So that's in there now. And I have 2 people who said that they signed up for silver and they paid PayPal and they didn't get it, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if that's someone saying, oh, just go complain, he'll fix it. No, I checked, because anytime you're complaining that my automated software is not automatic, I'm going to go find out if it's broke, right? That's what I do. And there were no payments from either of those people. Now, I don't know. That doesn't mean they didn't pay. All right. So I do know PayPal does its business before it does my business. That's one of the reasons I don't like PayPal. So whatever problem that PayPal has collecting their money from those two individuals, PayPal did not turn around and tell me that they're paying me. And until I get a notification that I'm being paid, my software does not upgrade your membership. So if you're on a 3 or 4 day delay because you're drawing funds from your checking account, things like that, then expect a delay. Wait those 4 or 5 days if you know it's a payment issue, please. And then get a hold of me. I'll look into it. If you know that you're going to have that kind of an issue with PayPal, the credit card payments there, just use your bank debit card. I would tell you that the bank debit card is safer than PayPal in one aspect. With PayPal, you attach your checking account and your credit card, right, for instant payment. So I'm assuming that they only attach their checking account, so thus the delay. But with the credit card direct method, if you don't have the $1.99, you're not getting charged $30. But with the draft method that PayPal likes to use because it's cheaper, if you don't have the $1.99, your bank's going to charge you $40. Okay, so I'm not going to charge you $40. The bank you're doing business with is. PayPal is going to create that situation if you don't have a $1.99 in your checking account. If you don't have a $1.99 in your checking account, don't sign up with me. All right? Don't be that irresponsible. If you don't have a $1.99 in your checking account, delete this game. I don't care how good a free player you are. You don't need the distraction. Every hour that you spend in this game, you should be spending on a second job, third job, fourth job, looking for a job, something. This game is not productive use of your time. Always remember that. Thank you.